What is up, guys? It's Taki on Cosplayer. So today on this video, I'm going to be doing some like comparison actually for Yu-Gi-Oh cards, because I know I have a few friends and stuff, and they're always curious about the OCG cards compared to the TCG cards. So I decided to make this video to show you what the difference between the OCG and the TCG of the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like the comparisons and stuff. Because Yu-Gi-Oh OCG came out longer than the TCG one, because the TCG one does the TCG. If you wonder what that means, is the English version. The OCG is for the Japanese version, so pretty much of the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So the TCG one, it takes a while for the English version, to get prints for that one. But the OCG side, the Japanese version, they get more new cards and all, accessible cards and all that way ahead before we do for the English version, because it takes a while to get the prints, it takes a while to get the translation as well for for the cards or what it does and all that stuff, the names and the rest. I mean, so it takes a while to get and then translate it into the English version for it from the OCG to the TCG ones for the cards. Waiting for the card sets and stuff. So it just depending which one to get released. So today I'm going to decide to make this video today that I'm going to show you the difference comparison between the TCG and the OCG cards that I do have. I mean, so I do have a couple of OCG cards. I got back into OCG cards not long ago now, so because I decided that I want to get back into it, collecting again. I used to have Japanese cards, or OCG ones, but I can't remember where I put them. I do have them. I mean, I just could not remember where I put them, because I had it in box storage. I used to because I had those the very old ones since I was a kid. So I had was it YuGiOh, Mari, Kaiba ones, so for the Japanese versions. So I'm going to show you the cards of the difference comparisons and the holos actually. Some of you guys may not know the holos, or there's a difference between the two of them as well. So because due to the factory and where they're from, and also that the prints as well, how they get printed from. The difference between the OCG and the TCG, the prints of it for the holos. So I'm going to definitely show you them. So today I'm going to be showing you I've got two cards here. I've got the Japanese version and the English version. So this is the English version of Blue Eyes White Dragon. This is the Blue Eyes White Dragon cards here. So this is I'm going to show you the difference between them. I mean, so this is the English version, just the normal ultra rare Blue Eyes White Dragon. And then we got the Japanese, the OCG one, the Blue Eyes White Dragon as well. So these two here, to show you that this is the comparison, the difference between those two. If you're wondering what's the difference between those two ones I've got now, so this print English version, that's just a normal one. I mean, it's just a normal print. So it's just the European normal print. But if I had American version, they would have printed it a bit brighter color. I mean the texture, so that would have made a difference from that. So from the American version and the European version for the cards, but I've got this as a European at the moment. So, and for the Japanese OCG side, so basically the difference between that is it's clean. It's actual it's not as pure heavy compared to the TCG one, the European. The TCG print, because that's just a normal print, but this one is more cleaner and smoother. So basically it's a bit lighter. I mean, in my opinion, the print of it is a little bit lighter. So they've done a really good job on it, I would say. So, and also that they've the holos for itself, there's not much difference between the two ultra rares of these two cards. It's just this one's a little bit more light, a bit of light text and smoother. So because the way I see this in person for this one is a little bit clean. So this one's just a normal print of the European. So That's just my like the way I see it. So, but it's just to show you comparison between those two. So like, there's not much of a difference, but that one, the Japanese version is a bit cleaner. You know what I mean? So because the print of it, how like for the factory they did it, so it's quite interesting. So I'm happy that I got this actually. So I actually got this when my holiday abroad actually. I actually bought this for they were selling like, was it quarter century Chronicle Pride. So they had Pride and Unity for it because they're like the best hot set of it. So I managed to I know there's like the owner had single cards of it, so not just like packs of it, but they have single cards from the sets of them. So I went flick through the binder and I found this as well. So I asked the owner like, how much is this card for it? So he's like, he said $10 I believe. So it's like £1. So basically the money the monies from the my holiday abroad, they do like dollars down there. So I managed to pick this up for £1, so I can't believe it's cheap as heck. So I'm really happy with that one. So it's the only one they had it in stock. So I was hoping to buy more of this actually. I would have had a full playset of Blue Eyes White Dragons. So that would have been fantastic. But yeah, I decided to buy it anyway, even though I was the last one sitting there in that binder of single cards. So I'm happy with that. So it's just to show you comparison. I mean, so for the difference between those two from the OCG and the TCG, but I've got a few more to show you anyway from it, like the holos itself. So I'm going to show you this. This is going to be a really interesting for the holos. Like there's definitely a holo comparison actually. You guys, whoever plays Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't know if you guys know there's ultimate rares for like rarity collections and stuff. They do have a rarity collection in the Japanese OCG. They basically have like the ultimate rares is very, very different compared to the TCG one. We have like was it Rarity Collection 1 and Rarity Collection 2 of the ultimate rares, what we have. So I've got the two different comparisons here. So one of them was lighter, one of them was darker actually when I checked. So because when I was opening packs and stuff and I decided to check the differences between those two, and I was like, there is a difference between those two, the factory, how they printed it off as well, how they made it as well. So I've got two cards here. So this is what's it called, Underworld Goddess. So this is like the English TCG version. So this is what the ultimate rare looks like. So that's just like that kind of normal thing, the way how that's the print. But the OCG version of it, so it's a bit darker and it's more it's got more like hollow into it, like more texture into it. So it's just crazy that when I can't believe I pulled this one in the pack actually. So I'm really happy with that one actually. So I do like Underworld Goddess. I mean, it's such a cool card. So there's a difference between those two. It's because of the hollow, I believe. So let me check. So yeah, there is a difference. I was just checking the reflection of light. So I'll actually show you actually. You will see the difference between those two for the two ultimate rares. So if you look at the TCG and the OCG one, so the TCG one is like that, the hollow itself. So and the OCG side is like that. So I don't know if you can see the difference between those two, but if you see those in person, then you'll see the difference between those two. In my opinion, if you guys are wondering which one to prefer from either the TCG or the OCG for the ultimate rares, they call it. So in my opinion, out of those two for the the hollow comparison, I actually like the OCG one, because OCG one came out this ultimate rare, they came out way ages ago actually, before we got this actually. So I think we got Rarity Collection 1, the first ultimate rare, like this version. I think it came out last year, I believe. That was like the first ever. It took so long to try and get that like that kind of print hollow version of it. So but the OCG side of the ultimate rare, this hollow version of it like that, it came out longer actually. It came out the last couple of years or something like that. So it took a while to try and get the hollows like this into the TCG side, but they've kind of changed up a bit. So there is a little bit of difference comparison, I would say, in my opinion. So it's just this one's a bit more like, this one's just got a good texture, I would say. This one's like a little bit different. So I don't know why the TCG decide to make the different like this, not compared to the OCG side, like, you know, not making it the same. I mean, so I don't understand. So like, because the two factories have they're definitely a different company, but there's like the different company factories, but they're still like a same company of like the Yu-Gi-Oh, like the whole franchise. So it's crazy though. So it's wild. I mean, so it looks in my opinion, I actually do like this one though. Was it the OCG side? Because like TCG is okay. It's just the fact that they could have made the hollows, like they could have made this hollow into this one, like you make it same. I mean, so because it wouldn't make things even. I mean, so it's kind of, I know some people for the TCG side of like this ultimate rare version, I know some people don't like it. Personally, myself, I don't mind at all. Because some people miss the classic ultimate rares. So like when it first came out, like back in like GX era and all that stuff. So but it's just a shame that they changed things up. I mean, well, I think the OCG started first actually, so they decided to change things up because due to they want to change like the different marketing, and they want to change things up, you know, something different, you know, for new players or fresh or players who love collecting cards and stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, in my opinion, like I said before, I actually prefer the OCG side because, well, for the two hollows, the difference between those two, which one I prefer, I actually prefer this one. This one's okay, you know what I mean? But it's just, this one could have made that with this one, I mean, to make it as the same together, I mean, but I just don't understand. So I decided to show you this, you know what I mean? So it's just, it's interesting looking at these two cards, I mean, the different comparison. So I'm just like, I don't mind it at all. I do love collecting cards of like the English version of Yu-Gi-Oh, but the Japanese side, the OCG, I'm going to try and start collecting soon, possibly. You know what I mean? If I can try and work my way through it of starting collecting it, you know what I mean? So, and like, I've seen a lot of really good sets of the OCG side of the Japanese version of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, because of like, they've got more stuff way ahead before the English version we do. You know what I mean? There's some sets that would never, I don't highly doubt we'll get it into the English version. You know what I mean? Because like, the Japanese version, they have like a lot of good stuff. I mean, like special editions and structure decks and all that stuff. I mean, so some we do get in the English version, some we don't, because due to either the selling product, or they just don't know if it's going to sell well, or you know, I don't know if people would like it or not nowadays. So it's kind of strange. So there is a little bit of difference. I mean, so I've shown you the ultimate rares for that. The next one I'm going to show you is the two cards here. One of my favorite monsters, because I play Destiny Hero deck and I love Destiny Heroes now. And there's two cards here. You will see the two difference. I've got the two fusion cards here. It's called Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. So you'll see the two difference, comparison difference between those two. So I don't have the secret one, unfortunately, for the Japanese version, because it's a little bit difficult to get, actually, in my opinion. So yeah, I managed to get this one there, the super rare. So like, if you wonder how I got this super rare, actually, it came in the quarter century Unity set, so of the Japanese pack. So it's really, really easy to get. I heard it's a reprint, and also that it's cheap as heck. So I actually bought an extra one as well from the single cards from when I was down there holiday abroad. That cost about £1 actually, so it's like $10. So that was crazy, man. I mean, so I bought it anyway because I do like this card. So because it's super rare as well, it's cheap as heck. I mean, might as well take it. I use that as my proxy for playing for my Destiny Hero deck for fun. So because I play two Destroyer Phoenix Enforcers in my deck, you know, just to beat, what's it called, two of my boss monsters, like, you know, these ones there, as a beatdown deck, you know what I mean? So it's just for fun, I mean, so the difference between those two cards here, I wish I had the secret rare version for the Japanese version of it. So you'll see the color text as well. They changed up a little bit. So this is the European one still, right? So just the English European. So this one's a little bit darker. It's always a little bit darker nowadays. Some of the English versions of the European ones. So the prints of the cards is always a little bit darker. If it was a American version, it would have been lighter. Like I said, there'll be a little bit of light text on it, light texture. So, and then this one's a super rare because it's a reprint, so it's such an easy access now that people can play the deck now. You know what I mean? So like people who love playing Destiny Hero decks and stuff. So I know myself, I love Destiny Heroes now. So like ever since they made this card, oh my goodness man, I was so obsessed with this card now when I first seen it and when I first heard what it does and stuff. So it's pretty cool actually. So yeah, the difference between those two, this is like the super rare one because it's a reprint, so it's a lot of people can get easy access now. This one, I think you can only just get this as a secret at the moment. There's no any other reprints at the moment, so this is the second reprint. So they first printed it was Burst of Destiny set, and then they printed it in the Mega Tin as well. It's still the same holo, but they haven't changed things a bit. So I don't know if they're going to reprint more of the Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer into like maybe ultra rare or maybe super rare like that. I don't know. It depends on the company of the factory from the TCG side. So I don't know how they're going to do things. I mean, I don't know. But the OCG side, they started printing a couple more of the reprints of this one now. So like the Japanese version, because a lot of people like want to get access to this one so they can play Destiny, like play hero decks and stuff. So which are understandable. So yeah, like hopefully we'll see some point of like the English version that will get a reprint of this one. If they made another reprint of this one, depends which set they have height with, well, depending on what ideas they have planned, then I would be up for it. As long as maybe ultra rare possibly. I'd like to see this in ultra rare maybe. So that's going to be an interesting set, holo version if they made it as an ultra rare. That would be very interesting. Also, I wouldn't mind getting it as a QCR actually. If they make it as a quarter century rare for this one, oh my goodness, I would be surprised. I would be surprised if they decide to go for that, and then I would definitely be hunting for that. So yeah, there's definitely there's a little bit of a comparison. Obviously, if you look at the pictures here, so obviously this one's like a normal thing. There's like you can see the green circles. So this one's got definitely like a full proper green color of into it, and this one's a little bit lighter green. So you can see the difference between those. So this one's got a little bit of more. This picture's got a little bit of a brighter picture into it. This one's a little bit darker because obviously it's the European one. So there's a difference in there. So like, when I first bought this one, the Japanese version, I decided when I brought it back home, I had to look at it as a comparison between those two. It's just I knew there was a lot of difference between those two because this one the Japanese one's got more brighter text and brighter pictures into it. You can see easily compared to the European is a little bit darker. You can barely see anything. I mean, so that's a bit weird, if you know what I mean. So they've kind of like overboard a bit. So they could have fixed it. I mean, before they start selling it and making it in public. So I see there's definitely a difference between those two. So in my opinion, out of those two cards, well, for the pictures, if you guys wonder which one I prefer, in my opinion, I actually prefer this one though. I really like this one though because of you can see the picture art of it, the picture art of this card easily compared to this one. I mean, no doubt about it, I do like this card, right? But the picture itself is a little bit too dark. I mean, so they could have fixed it. I mean, so it's still a nice card. I mean, it's still a really nice card, but I just don't know what they were thinking. I mean, the factory of it, so, well, for the TCG side of making this card. So I don't understand. I mean, so if I had an American version of this one, I would probably look at the difference with the comparison between those two. So there is a difference between the American version and the European version. So for the prints of the cards and stuff. So, but yeah, I had to show you this. And I mean, so like the difference between those two, like the super rare and then the secret rare. But I wish I had a secret rare for for that card, but that one's a little bit hard to find for that one. So, and then the last one I want to show you is I have like quarter century rares actually for the TCG and the OCG actually. So what I have right now is Red Eyes Black Dragon quarter century rare. They're from the Legendary Collect. Oh, I know one of them was from Legendary Collection. Was it the mini box edition of it, so the English version, and then the OCG one, I got it from one of the quarter century packs, so the quarter century duelist packs. So I got that, and I pulled that card from you might have seen it on one of my videos. So like the openings of it, so that was crazy. I didn't expect I would pull that. So good thing I pulled that one, because I want to see what the difference between those two. So when I checked, there is a lot of difference between those two. So like, if these both here are definitely quarter century rares, just to inform you. So if you look at the difference between those two, the color text, and then if you look at how brighter and how darker it is for those two cards, the comparison. So we'll start with this one. Obviously, this is a normal print of the European, so they made it lighter so you can see, I guess, and then you can see the logo as well. So the logo is okay. You can still see it. I mean, it's just that you can see the reflection. There's the logo 25th anniversary. So you can still see it, but there's not much of a field text into it. So the texture into it. So it's like, plain, a bit plain. I mean, so the holo itself of the quarter century is great for the Red Eyes. It looks fantastic. And it's a little bit brighter, so you can see it easily, in my opinion. So that's the English version side of it. That's how they do things with it. So, and then the OCG side, you could see like the logo 25th anniversary, but the texture and stuff, I can feel it. I mean, there is a little bit of texture into it, so they have actually printed out really well of it. So they get the feel of like, oh, you can feel like there's a logo of 25th anniversary of it. So it's really cool. Actually, I actually prefer this version. So it's like the actual like the print of the logo. I prefer that one than prefer this one. Oh, I prefer this one than that. So that's what I'm trying to say. So, and then you could see like this card itself is a little bit darker. So they print off a little bit darker though, this one. So it's just, I think that's like the first how they print things from when they started doing 25th anniversary, was it called quarter century rares, I think. So they started a couple of years ago with that actually. So so this card is quite cool actually, seeing it and in person, and it is a little bit darker definitely. So they totally changed things from that one when they first printed this card. So, and then when English version came out, they printed like that. So there is a difference between those two. So the holos itself, there is a little bit of difference. There's quarter century rares holos. There is a little bit of difference between those two. This one's got more holo into it, like actually see like all the sparkles and stuff, and like a starlight thingy, like rares and stuff like that. They've actually put more into it. I mean, so but to see for the English version side, there's not heavy a lot into it. So that's what pretty much what it looks like. You know what I mean? So and then there's that. I mean, so you can see. I don't know if guys can see the holo difference between those two. But if you see it in person, then you'll see the difference between it. But I don't know if you guys will. I don't know if you guys will end up seeing see if there's any difference, the opinions and stuff. So, but in my opinion, when I'm looking at this, there's definitely a little bit of difference between those two. So if you guys are wondering, which one would I prefer of the quarter century holo rares, it's hard to say actually. Out of the between those two, the different comparison quarter century rares, I would say definitely the OCG side, because they started it, because they did have a, what's it called, 20th anniversary quarter century rare, which we didn't get. That actually took because we're never. It's a shame. They totally, basically the English version TCG, they definitely missed the opportunities a lot of products, and they could have made money, and they could have sold really good, sold well. I mean, but it's just they totally missed opportunity in my opinion. So like, I am a little bit disappointed in my opinion. So like, I wish that the TCG that we had the 20th anniversary quarter century rare. So like, it'll be the same logo like that and stuff, right? But the number will be like number 20, and then if you're wondering like the quarter century rare, is there a difference from that holo? There is a little bit of difference on the holo, by the way. So because you'll probably see it on other people with YouTubers and stuff, they'll probably pull some of the cards or like that. They have like the top name. I wish I had that card actually. To be honest, I will show you. The top name of it, they had a different print holo name on it. The color of it, so they had red actually, I believe. So which is really interesting. And usually like quarter century rares, was it 20th or 25th anniversary? Usually is the most expensive ones. That's the highest holo, so far they made. So well, for the TCG and the OCG. So like, I definitely prefer the OCG side, because they've released more. They've released was it 20th and 25th anniversary quarter century rares. They've released it more times than the TCG, which TCG started building up. You know what I mean? So like, they do have the TCG one, the cards of the quarter centuries that I've seen from pictures, and the cards that some of my friends have, and I have as well. They're great, but there's a couple of things that they missed opportunities. I don't know why they never made it as the same as like this and stuff. I mean, so there's a couple of missed opportunities there. I'm just a little bit disappointed. I mean, for like I said, I really love the OCG side of the cards. So even though you can't use it, even though you cannot use it in the TCG side of like tournaments and stuff, right? But I love collecting. I mean, I'm starting collecting now, I'm thinking of, and I love the cards and stuff of the OCG side. Like they start like the products and the card prints and stuff, they stand out more. So it's really interesting as well. So, and TCG side, I wish they changed things up a bit. I really do. I mean, I wish they did something. I mean, so because that way it will make things even with the same as like I know it's like the TCG side of cards of that. I wish that we have the same holos as the OCG or what they've got. You know what I mean, so it'll make things easier. I mean, just to, instead of pure fighting over it. So yeah, there's definitely a difference between those two. I mean, with the holos and the cards itself, and the factory prints as well. So yeah, I want to show you them again. So like I said, in my personal opinion, I would go for that. I like this one because obviously I love collecting. If it's going to be competitive for the English, if I'm going to be playing like tournaments or the English version and stuff, then I'll have to obviously play like the English version of it, like the quarter centuries and stuff. You know what I mean? So if like the locals and stuff, they'll be allowed off like proxies and stuff. So like, I don't know if people, I don't know if like, usually some locals that they do proxies, if you're like playtesting and stuff and all that. But if you're going for like the main big tournaments, and then national tournaments and world championships and stuff, that's a different story, I guess. So, but I don't know. So yeah, I just want to show you guys with you know, the hollows of like comparisons and stuff. So it's very interesting when I look at them. I mean, so I have to share this to you guys, and I mean I had to like show you this as well. So which is really cool that I pulled this one from the pack actually. So I was not expecting it. I mean, so because I bought a lot of like YuGiOh OCG stuff and then I just brought it back home. I never opened it when I was down there, like on my holiday abroad, because I rather wanted to save it and then see what cards I pull when I bring them back home. I could have opened it down there, but then even if I did open them down there, and then it probably makes me want to buy more. I mean, so because you know, I wasn't sure though, so that's why I kind of like I decided buy the products, and then, you know, like packs and stuff and all that, and then just bring it back home and see how it goes. And then now I do like them now, so I'm probably just going to even though I'm not going to be going to holiday abroad for quite some time, but maybe no, I'm not going to be going to holiday abroad for the next couple of years again, due to how expensive and the flights and stuff. I'll probably just buy some OCG cards online, maybe like eBay or other websites as well. So, but yeah, so it's interesting to see them. I mean, so it's really interesting. But I love the quarter century, the red eyes, the OCG side. So it's definitely a little bit darker compared to this one. This is like the brighter version of it. So yeah. So yeah, guys, I had to show you them. I mean, so I know some people are really curious on the OCG and TCG side of the cards. I mean, it's like, you know, when people buying it and then if they're going to start collecting it and stuff. So in my opinion, I love the OCG cards and I love collecting them. So like I'm going to start trying to collect more, because there's a couple of good cards that they printed some cards that I really like, and I hopefully try and get them as well, and I mean add them to my collection. So the TCG side, I'm still gonna, there's quite a lot of cards I usually collect, like, you know, like collector's rare, quarter century rares and all the other stuff. So I still do collect them. It just takes a while to try and get them. I mean, because some of the cards are very expensive. But the OCG side, I know there's a few cards that are very expensive, but you probably see some of the other cards are very, very cheap and get away from stuff. So that's the most funny part, though. I mean, so it just depends on the price marketing from the Japanese cards, like single cards. I don't know, they're very different compared to the English version. So anyways, so I decided to share this video to you guys. You know, the difference, you know, side by side comparison. So, but yeah, I hope you guys hope you guys learned it, so the difference between it. So if you guys are interested, like Japanese version cards, I highly recommend it. Like I would recommend it if you love collecting. I mean, so if it's not for you, that's fine. I mean, personally myself, I'm starting collecting the Japanese version cards because I just love the prints and stuff, and the cards itself is just fantastic. So compared to the TCG, so like I want to see the difference on most of the cards. I mean, so but anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and then I'll see you guys next time. So see yous.